MDAC or Malaysia Digital Arrival Card. Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Don. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to submit MDAC card before your trip to Malaysia. So you have to submit this card within 74 hours of your trip or if your landing time. If you try to do it before, the system is not going to accept it because it's going to be kind of like, blanked out. And today I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing you need to do, go to Google or any search engine and type in MDAC. And then if you hit enter, then you're going to see a few matches, and just click on the one by the Malaysian government, which is Malaysia Digital Arrival Card. So if you click here, then it's going to take you to their page, and here there's some more information, and you can go through all these if you need to know whether you actually need to submit this form, because this is not applicable to everyone, but for most visitors who are going for tourism purposes, you have to apply or fill out this form. So assuming that you're one of those who need to fill out this form, so I'm just going to click here, but here they have more information. You can go through those. So just click here, and then it's going to take you to the next page, and then you can see that it's giving you even more information, how to register and what else to do. So let's X that. Then here I'm just going to click here, register, and then it's going to take us to the form, and here you can just put your caps lock on. Everything is capitalized, and then let's wait for the form to load. And here you can see that we have, okay, still it's not fully loaded, it's a little bit slow. So okay, so now I think it's fully loaded. So here, this is the entire form, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So here, name, let's put in I'm going to put a cap locks, and let's put in Ahmed Don. Passport number, this is your own passport number, so I'm going to put AD11111. This is all, this is fake, this is not real. So the passport number. Citizenship, you can put your citizenship, and I'm going to put here, in case I'm going to put Canada. Date of birth, here I'm going to put, so the one thing is they don't have actually, you cannot type in the date of birth, so you have to kind of click here and go to your year. It's kind of it takes time. So let's say I'm just going to go if imaginary date of birth, which let's say just 2000, let's go to 2000 June, and let's put in the date 15. So here you have to put your real date of birth, and sex I'm going to put in male, and then date of passport expiry. So here you can just put your actual passport expiration date. So I'm just going to put in a date, let's say 2020, let's say 30. I'm gonna put in 2030, January 15 again. Okay, so now email address, and here you're going to put an email address, agg@gmail.com, and here I'm going to put the same email address to confirm, agg@gmail.com. Country code, so here you have to enter your country code, so you have to enter where your phone number is assigned from. So for me it's Canada, and I'm going to just enter 416-123-3456, and then traveling information. So here you can see that you cannot go beyond 21st of October, and today is October 19th. So it has to be within 72 hours time frame of your actual arriving time. So mine, so let's say that we are traveling tomorrow, which is Monday 20th. So I'm still covered. You can see that I can click here, but if it's 22 October when I'm arriving in Kuala Lumpur, I cannot fill this up yet. I have to wait another day because it's not letting me. So for me, let's say 21st of October, I'll click here, and then mode of travel, this is how you're traveling. So for most of us, it's going to be air, and then date of departure. This is not the date of departure you're leaving Kuala Lumpur. This is the date of departure from your last entry, port of entry, or last airport. So for me, I have a change in Japan, so which is on the same date. So I'm going to put in the same date, October 21st, and last port of embarkation for me would be Japan. So I'm going to put in Japan here. So you can see that the arrival date and date of departure for me is the same because I'm coming from Japan, although I'm flying from Toronto, but I have a change. So this is going to be always your last port, not where you originally started your flying. Your flight number, let's put in like, Air Canada or Japan Airlines, JL 1234. Okay, and then accommodation of stay. So here you're going to put in like hotel, residence, or what, and you're going to put in your address in Malaysia. So you're going to put in the hotel name. So for example, let's say holiday in Kuala Lumpur. Well, I think I spelled the Kuala Kuala Lumpur, and you can put in the address like, let's say 10. This is not real address, I'm just giving you an example. 10 Jalan Ator and Kuala Lumpur. So you have to put in the actual address, and then state is going to be for Kuala Lumpur, WP Kuala Lumpur. So you're going to enter this, but if you're flying to another like city, not Kuala Lumpur, just make sure what is their state. And then the postal code for this is going to be 50054. So make sure you know the postal code. If you do not, then just search for the hotel website for the postal code. For my city is going to be Kuala Lumpur. And now what happens if you hit submit, that's all you have to do. I'm not going to submit because if I really submit, it's going to go to the government of Malaysia immigration, and they're going to hard time because this is not real. So I don't want to give them hard time. So this is going to be it. And once you submit, you're just going to get a confirmation via email that you have submitted your form, and that's what you have to show to the immigration officer when you're landing at the Kuala Lumpur airport. So this one you have to do it before your trip within 74 hours of landing. If you do not do it, still you can do at the airport when you arrive, but that's gonna then you're gonna have hard time because like there's everyone is rushing there to go to the immigration desks. So it's better to do it before you actually land to Kuala Lumpur. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.